with Paul the Punisher Williams. First off, what an odd fight.
Yeah, you know, it's weird, you know, just where the cookie crumble, you know. But, you know, the fight was going to heat up in that round, you know what I'm saying, because my question was to go out there now and apply direct pressure on him, you know what I'm saying, miss it up.
Yeah.
But, you know, we both landed some good shots in there, you know what I'm saying.
Initially, you started boxing a little bit. Was that part of yours and George's plan?
Yeah, that was our plan, because, you know, we come out there, you know, so we go to war, we come out there, you know, take control and all that, but Mr. Peterson had a game plan that, you know, in this fight, he knew Ronnie Shields was a good trainer and stuff. So he knew Ronnie Shields was looking at our fights on film and stuff and what all he was doing, so he was having Cintron to counter and stuff. So he said it would make it more harder for Cintron to counter if I'm just sitting back and, you know what I'm saying, and boxing.
In the fourth round, it looked like you were landing a lot of straight lefts. You looked like you were starting to get to him. Did you feel that your power is coming through more so than his?
Oh yeah, you know, so I was getting in my rhythm. He caught me with a little shot in there, you know what I'm saying, then I bounced back, caught him with a couple good shots. You know what I'm saying, I threw like a glass in the left hand that like glanced off him, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He kind of like pulled my head down, you know what I'm saying, I tripped and fell, and he just went out the ring, you know, so.
You weighed 152.5 for this fight. Was that a statement to say, hey, you know what, I can still make 147?
Oh yeah, most definitely, you know what I'm saying. That's like, what, 5-some pounds off, you know what I'm saying. We let them know that, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter what weight you at.
Yeah.
We can come down to it, you know what I'm saying, to give us a amount of time.
I know you don't watch fights, but did you watch last weekend's fight?
The Mayweather and Mosley, yes, I watched that, yeah.
What'd you think?
Mosley, you know what I'm saying, was doing what he was doing for the first 2 rounds, and after that, Mosley just stopped, you know what I'm saying. He just stopped fighting.
Is there something that you would be interested in? Maybe the Mayweather, maybe Manny, you know, maybe a rematch with Kermit?
Of course, you know me, I'm a fighter, man. That's how we eat, you know what I'm saying. If I get a fight with Mayweather, Manny, you know what I'm saying, I would love to get one, you know what I'm saying. Even if Martinez called me out.
Sergio was here.
Yeah, he was here, but I probably didn't see him, you know what I'm saying. But if he called me out and said he want to fight me, it's a done deal.
Let's get some last thoughts for your fans out there.
To my fans out there, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry that, you know what I'm saying, they didn't get to see the whole 12 rounds or how many rounds we was going to go, you know what I'm saying. I hated that the fight ended like that, but, you know, I know they saw something different from me, just being relaxed and boxing and stuff, but believe me, later in the rounds, you know, about 6-7 rounds, it'd have been more action going on than me being relaxed and late. But that was my game plan Mr. Peterson gave me, so I had to follow my game plan.
Cool. Thanks, champ.
When you first saw Kermit exit the ring like that, when he took that tumble, what were your first thoughts?
Well, I thought, you know what I'm saying, he was going to get back up, you know what I'm saying, he was going to take his time and get back up and get in the ring, and we was going to keep going. But then when I saw him, you know what I'm saying, bend over and hold his head, I was hoping that he was all right, that nothing serious really happened to him, you know what I'm saying. I saw him bringing the scripture and stuff. You know, we talk a lot of trash that we want to hurt guys in there and do all this to him, but I just didn't want a man to be hurt in his career or something like that, you know. So I was wishing that he was all right.
How would you just... Go ahead. You said you wanted the rematch. When do you want it?
I leave it up to Mr. Peterson, Al, and Dan, you know what I'm saying, they got all that, you know what I'm saying, but me, I'm just the fighter, man. I don't make the decision and stuff. If they want to put that back on, I'm all in.
Paul, do you think you actually hurt your chances of getting a Mayweather fight by jumping so many divisions? Like if he sees you as a 147, maybe you gotta. But maybe now he's like he's fighting at 160. You know, he's dominating these guys.
No, cause all they gotta do is say that they'll fight. You know what I'm saying? I can make the weight, whatever weight it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll come down to it.
How would you summarize this fight from your perspective?
You know, I mean, I can't really say because the fight, you know what I'm saying, was just getting the action in there. You know what I'm saying? It was just getting heated up. So, you know, we got the win. I'm happy with the win, but you know, I want to hurt him from a punch. You know what I'm saying? More so him going out the ring like that.
We talked about that before. You say you want to break his arm, his jaw, his nose. You ended up throwing him out of the ring, or he ended up falling out. Yeah,
but you know, that's where the cookie crumble. You know what I'm saying? The game plan that we had was the excellent game plan because he couldn't really do nothing, you know what I'm saying? And then we was just getting in our rhythm. We started getting a little closer to him and stuff in there.
Any message to your fans right now?
To my fans out there, you know, this is me, you know what I'm saying? They get what they see, you know what I'm saying? I come out there to fight, but you know, we had a little different game plan this time. You know, I had to follow my strategies and stuff, you know, because a lot of people start to get hit a lot. But this fight, we didn't really get hit that much, you know what I'm saying? Because we moving our head, you know what I'm saying? We were standing back and being more relaxed.
Your son has a birthday?
Yes, he got a birthday tomorrow.
How are you going to party with your son right now? There's a birthday going on.
Well, his birthday is the 9th, you know what I'm saying? Well, this party is the 9th with 12 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? So I know he waiting for me to get back home, so I'm going to get on this plane, you know what I'm saying, head back home, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to do some fun, you know, get on some water slides and stuff and have fun.
That's the present, a water slide?
Well, no, he want a bike and stuff, but I mean, ain't no telling him I may get him, you know what I'm saying? It all depends when I get back, you know. I mean, you know, I just can't wait to get back to see my kids, you know what I'm saying? I've been gone for so long, so, you know, his birthday coming, he'll be 7 years old, so time flies.
Hey, Paul, Sergio was, as we mentioned, Sergio Martinez was here. You guys had put together a Fight of the Year candidate fight the first time. Of course, he's gone on to win the middleweight championship. Is that a fight that you were looking to get back in the ring with?
Also, you got to say is he want to fight Paul Williams. I heard he calling out Margarita and say he want to fight Margarita. That's a man he lost to. I was a man that he lost to. So all you got to say yes. He want to fight me, and it's a done deal. My answer already yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Al, Dan, and Mr. Peterson, they'll go with it. You know what I'm saying? Then I have more than 2 weeks to prepare for him. I have 3 to 4 months to train for him. So I mean, it'd be another action-packed, straight down, drag-out fight.
Hey, Paul, being devil's advocate here, talked to Martinez earlier too. He said, I know you didn't have a lot of time to train for him. He said, I didn't have a lot of time to train for him either. But he says he does want the rematch with you. It's like, it's one of those things for fighters you give it.
Well, it's done deal in my eyes, but like I said, you got to ask Mr. Peterson, Al, and Dan. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're going to say yeah, too. You know what I'm saying? Because he got them titles and stuff, so, I mean, the fans will definitely get another knockdown, drag out.
So another one of those things where you win titles at one division, then go back to your natural division.
Most definitely. So I'm all in. So he said he want to do it, then hey, it's done deal with me.
Another great champion from the 147 was here, Andre Berto. I asked him what he thought, if he'd like you to come back to 147, not specifically just to fight him, but just to be another great marquee name in that really full division. And he said it'd be awesome. He said he'd bring so much extra entertainment back to the 147.
Oh man, well you know, hey, it's the action down there. I'm all in. You know, Berto. Once I met Berto, you know, saying the Hall of Fame, you know, we got real close and stuff. He's a real cool dude. You know, so you get to know him and stuff. So, you know, so I got a lot of respect for him.
Hey guys, thanks. We got to get him out of here.
Thanks a lot, champ.